My name is Megan, and I am the community manager at Auggie. And if you're not familiar with Auggie, Auggie is the #1 platform for parents to find community, share recommendations, and learn from experts. And we have Mandela here with us today. And I'm going to turn it over to her in just a second to introduce herself. Just a reminder that today's event is being recorded. Okay, over to you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mandela. I am the founder of Welcome Home. Welcome Home is a meal delivery service specifically made for postpartum recovery. Right now, we are in the tri-state area and hoping to be able to expand and deliver all over because everyone deserves some nourishing, delicious meals. But I know that that is not possible for everyone right now for my service, and there are limited kind of services out there that I think it's also great just to talk about what you can eat during your time for postpartum because food is truly medicine and it is especially important for the postpartum recovery. So, we are going to be talking about all of that today. I did want to get like a little bit of a sense where everyone is in their journey. Are you newly pregnant? Are you newly postpartum? Just like love to hear from you. Or if you're past postpartum and you're just here to listen, would love to know what food you're loving right now, or if anyone's having any crazy cravings. Love to hear from you. I also know that sometimes these virtual workshops, people are just listening and whatever. So it's also okay if you don't want to chat. Congrats, everyone.
6 months, 6 months
Wow,
pregnant, 6 months postpartum.
amazing. All right. Well, let's get into it. Oops. Sorry. Okay, great. So just a little bit, I think I was saying, so welcome home. We provide new parents with nourishing meals delivered right to their doorstep, offering comfort and support during the precious early days of parenthood. Um, I know I already said that, but I was like, I missed the slide. But okay. But why is postpartum nutrients so important? So I like to think of it this way. Imagine your body as a garden after having a beautiful harvest. It's given so much, and now it's time to replenish the soil, nurture the roots, and prepare for new growth. And that's exactly what proper nutrition does for you after childbirth. I mean, you're not going to get rid of those sleepless nights and all of the hormones, but what nutrition does is hopefully make those bounce back periods stronger. So you're still going to have sleepless nights, but with the proper nutrition, will give you more energy to handle those. So that's kind of how I like to see it. Your hormones are going to be all over the place. So to be able to balance them out, nutrition is the right way to doing that. And then also, if you're breastfeeding, your body is working double time to nourish your little one. So you also need to ensure that you have the proper nutrients so you have that energy to support both you and your new baby. Just curious, is anyone here know much about postpartum nutrients? Have you done much research? Like, just kind of curious to know what's the temperature there. I will give you a little bit about me. I had no idea that food was needed for postpartum, to be really honest. Um, I did zero preparation after I had my first baby. I would love to admit that the one thing that I was craving a martini, so I dragged my new baby to the supermarket and I got martini stuff, and people looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, that's what I wanted. And then I realized how I was really strong during my pregnancy. I like was working out, I ate really right, but then after I had the baby, I did not have time to prepare myself. And I remember I felt so sluggish and so bad. And I just was like, I don't understand how I went from feeling so strong and great to not so great in my body. And so when I was pregnant with my second baby, I just remember being like, okay, I remember how much I was like, it was like I immediately knew I was like, all right, I want to set myself up for success. My body is feeling like it's going to need nourishing, delicious food that maybe my mom would make, but like with the right nutrients. And I knew I wanted home cooked meals. I also knew that I did not have time to meal prep. And so I searched online and there wasn't really any services, but then I found out what you actually need for your body. And so I spent all the time like prepping for what I was going to eat once I brought home my second baby. I also prepped martinis that time too, because I was like, I'm not going to go to a grocery store with a newborn baby and get those fixed again. But yeah, it's wild what having food will do for you. And I've definitely felt a difference that second time. All right, so let's get into what you need, okay? And we'll cover it more in detail, but what is super important is high protein, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and high fiber. So let's dive deeper a little bit into that, okay? But before I do, does anyone have like a favorite quick high protein snack that you think has been a lifesaver for you or that you're eating now or that thinking of? I would say mine is hard-boiled eggs. That
Mm.
to me is like, I love a grab and go of that. Season it with salt and pepper, some hot sauce. Delicious.
Does yogurt count as a high protein snack?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Mine is a
Okay.
little weird, but cottage cheese. I love to just like
Yes.
throw some cuties in my cottage cheese.
Yes. Yes. That's a really, really good one. Okay, so for high protein, protein is key here. It provides the building blocks for repairing tissues, muscles, and organs. So a good source will include some rotisserie chicken, lentil soups, eggs, yogurt parfaits, beef stew, really yummy.
Mm.
Next is complex carbohydrates. This provides energy restoration. They are your best friend. So a good source would include sweet potatoes. I love making just like a roasted sweet potato and like stuffing it with beans and sauces and so good. Or brown rice, quinoa, whole grain toast with avocado. Those are really going to be great for you. Healthy fats. Healthy fats play a crucial role in hormone production. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish and flaxseed are known for mood boosters. Sorry. So a good source, nuts, seeds, avocado, baked salmon. And then high fiber. Fiber is like cleaning your digestive system. It's going to keep things moving slowly and preventing constipation. That is like a big thing that happens as postpartum is constipation. And sorry, TMI, that first poop after having a baby is like the best thing in the whole. So it's just like you feel so uncomfortable before that.
Mm.
So and it's also a really great source for sustaining energy. So you're gonna think black bean soup, a big leafy salad with kale and spinach, chia pudding. Those are really great in high fiber. All right, next we're gonna go to iron. Um, and iron is essential for maintaining a healthy blood supply. And calcium supports strong bones for both you and your little one. So load up on iron-rich foods like red meat, leafy greens like spinach, and fortified cereals. And next is vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your baby absorb calcium and is essential for growing the bones. So spend some time in the sunshine safely, and then consider foods like fatty fish and eggs. That will really help. Um, I kind of put together what does that all kind of look like? So here's kind of like a sample day of eating. So for morning, for breakfast, some quick options here. Quick oatmeal. It's easy, it's filling breakfast, and it's gonna sustain energy. So I love to stir in some berries, drizzle with some maple syrup, some nuts, just to give some extra flavor and nutrients. We at Welcome Home are everything is gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free. There's if you are gluten-free, there are great gluten-free oats to use. So you'll have that option. And a yogurt parfait, super simple. There's no cooking required. So I like to just layer. And I say that plain Greek yogurt, and top it with some granola, fruit, maple syrup, and quick dose of protein and carbs. I always recommend looking at your ingredients though. You want everything to be as clean as possible. No additive sugar. There's great brands out there where they are using maple syrup, dates, like all of um sugar and those things will slug you down. So you just want to be very careful about added ingredients. So just be aware of that. But again, I try to be very like cognizant of not putting extra pressure on a new mom because you already have that pressure, but um, just try to look for as clean of ingredients as possible just to help you with it, to keep things as nutrient dense. Lunch. Okay. I love a rotisserie chicken. Again, this is another one that look at the ingredients. Like, don't get a Costco rotisserie chicken. There's lots of added things in there. Um, we have if you're in New York, we have a great grocery store called Wegmans. Their rotisserie chicken is clean ingredients. It's delicious. It's simple. Not too high in sodium. And I think they're just great. So you can make a quick salad with it. You can make a quick sandwich is what I was trying to say. On some whole wheat bread, or make a simple salad with some leafy greens along some like sweet potatoes. Really easy to do. Or you can make hearty soups, make them in big batches. Um, be able to eat them over the course of like 5 days or freeze them. I love a good lentil soup, chicken noodle soup, or like a chili. I'm gonna make a chili tonight, actually. I love chili. Those make really great midday lunch. And then for snacks, I'm gonna share with you guys our energy bite recipe. Highly recommend making energy bites. This recipe is really great and simple, and there's like very minimal ingredients. They're just easy to grab, and you can hold with one hand while you're holding your baby. Or fruits and nuts. Those are ultimate power coupled together. A handful of almonds and apple provides healthy fats, fiber, and quick energy. And then for dinner, I love a sheet pan dinner. I even recommend you can just get frozen vegetables to do this, but if you want to chop fresh vegetables, that's also okay. But like, put them on a cutting board or sheet pan. Sorry, a sheet pan. Um, Add some chicken sausage, some frozen salmon fillet, drizzle with some olive oil, season with salt and pepper, and then just put in the oven. Eat that. Eat that right. Or I love a slow cooker meal. Put everything in that morning of the recipe of your choosing, and then your dinner is ready at night, and you literally have had nothing to do. I know I keep talking about chili, but chili's so good, but like chili's a really good one, or pot roast is really great. Um, just there's so many slow cooker recipes out there that I think are really great. And I think also with slow cooker recipes, they are really great to batch and freeze too. That's another great option for that. Um, great. Oops. I don't know why it's not. Okay. All right. I just want to talk through some of our favorite staples over here at Welcome Home. Avocado oil. It's a healthy fat. We only cook in avocado oil. I highly recommend that. I mentioned earlier, frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are your friend. They are picked right away and they are fresh. They're good for you. And there's usually minimum prep you need to do. You can saute them, eat it over rice. You can add it to soups. Also that way, like if you're meal prepping, they won't go bad in the fridge, so you have them in the freezer. Highly recommend. I talked about oats. We love oats. Oats are really great for supporting um, breastfeeding. Um, really great. You can batch anything oats. You can bake oat. You can make some baked oats. You can make overnight oats. You can blend oats. Like there's so many things you can do with oats that are really good and all can be batched. I've already talked about my love for rotisserie chicken, but rotisserie chicken is great. Canned lentils, those are also great. You can whip up an easy soup in 20 minutes with canned lentils, some frozen vegetables, some broth, and some seasoning, and you're good to go. Also love other canned bean items. Those are also really great. Yogurt I talked about. If you are dairy free, we love Coco June. Coco June is a really great dairy free yogurt option that I recommend. Chia seeds, another thing you can just sprinkle a little bit over your yogurt, add into, or like sprinkle over, like if you did like an avocado toast, sometimes there's a little bit of sprinkle, you can get a little bit of extra fiber there, which is really great. Um, Frozen fruit smoothies, like best thing for smoothies. Also, you can add in some chia seeds, some yogurt, like make a really yummy smoothie that will really help with fiber. There, another guy, quinoa. Quinoa is great to meal prep that in advance, and then you can serve it with roasted vegetables, your rotisserie chicken. Eggs, I was mentioning eggs are also just a great healthy snack. Grab and go, make boiled eggs, really good. And then some leafy greens, spinach, always needed. Again, but I also, you could just do frozen spinach. It's a really great option to have. But if you're wanting to make a salad or anything like that, don't do frozen spinach. And then this is just a shout out to a brand we love is these rice ramens. They are pretty high in protein, clean, really great. Just added additional thing to have if you're, again, I know I keep talking about like sauteing vegetables and but also just to put on, or you can add to your soups. So just help to boost protein there. So these are some items that we really love in our kitchen, and recommend everyone to have. Right. Okay. So just some tips for some time saving kitchen stuff. I know not everyone has a lot of time. Um, Batch cooking. I think I've spoken about this a few times. Double recipes. So if you're making soup, just double it. And just save for later. Usually soups are really good in the fridge for 5 days, or you can save in the freezer. They're good in the freezer for 2 to 3 months. Um, so I highly recommend just batch cooking. All right. I have this on here. I think it's controversial, but I don't believe in meal prepping. I think that sucks up a lot of time. I actually think that the amount of time you meal prep you could just do if you just did simple recipes each day. But if you do want to meal prep, things I recommend is like cooking some grains, chop some vegetables, make a little bit of some sauces, like make an avocado sauce with yogurt and garlic and olive oil and blend that up. And then that would be great for your roasted vegetables over the course of the week, or you can eat with your rotisserie chicken. That's as minimum as I think you need to do. I don't really feel like you need to like be creating more than like a couple of things. After that, by that time, it's like you could have just done it each thing every day. But that is my hot take there. Um, Slow cooker or an Instapot, but I think a slow cooker is really great to have. Just you can toss all of those ingredients in whatever the recipe is, then in the morning and then midnight it's done. And delicious and flavorful. A lot of times, like sometimes you want to make like a salad go on the side or some other vegetables, but usually they're just good to go. And then snacks to keep on hand, fruits, nuts, yogurt, hard-boiled eggs. Those are some food. I like to make just like a big bag of mixed nuts and dried fruits. Um, and again, though, but look for dried fruits that don't have added sugar in there. I There's a really good, I should have added this on my next slide. I'll add it, or the other thing that we love is Huge Chocolate. If you guys have heard of Huge Chocolate is dairy free. It's not all natural. And they have these little mini chocolate things that are delicious to add into like your uh fruit nut
Your
mix.
parfaits and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too, like so good and really delicious for you. So I'm gonna put that on there too. And my last one is don't go grocery shopping. Order everything offline. I don't know where people are located, but Fresh Direct is we have here in New York, which is amazing. There's Instacart. We have Wegmans on there. I'm a huge Wegmans grocery shopper. I think it's amazing. Um, you don't have time for that. Just get it delivered. It's worth it. It's a little bit out of money, but I mean, it saves you time. So that's what I recommend doing. Okay. And then I think lastly, before we go to Q&A, is I put in our salted caramel energy bites recipe, like I mentioned. Um, it's a few ingredients. You just put in a food processor, blend it, roll them into balls. They're delicious right away, or you can store them in the freezer and eat them frozen in the cold, or you can let it sit on the counter. It's pretty versatile. And they're a really nice, sweet little treat, but will give you a nice little boost of energy that won't make you crash. So I wanted to put this in here for you guys because we love it. People love this recipe a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I think just for Q&A now. Um, I'm happy to start off, ask anything, but here people have questions.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can either drop it in the chat or unmute, whatever you're comfortable with. I was going to ask, do you have a favorite brand of chicken sausage?
Yes, I do. And okay, it's on what is the brand? It's on Dull. I'm like quickly
Is it
looking on my
Adele's, the AID?
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they have a paleo keto a paleo keto version that's really good and clean ingredients in there.
Okay.
Um I'll send a link to what it is because it's really, really good. It's the like let me it's Amala Amylu.
Okay. Cool. Just curious.
Yeah, it's really, really great. It's Amylu, yeah.
Okay.
It's just clean ingredients and it's very delicious.
Awesome. Okay.
That's a
Are
good
there
one
any?
to add to my the thing because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
it's another one of just like a very quick, easy to grab.
Yeah. I love doing sheet pans. So
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect for a shoot pan recipe.
I don't see any questions coming through. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts?
Well, I'll send out this deck so everyone can see the recipe. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at hello@getwelcomehome.co. You can follow me on Instagram, Medela Kokoris, or at Get Welcome Home. Ask questions there. I'm always happy to chat. I am a oversharer, so like I I'm always happy to talk. So just message me whenever you want.
I love it. This was so good. Thank you so much. And we've got some hearts. Yes. So if this brought up thoughts or questions, feel free to email or continue this conversation in the Auggie app. We also have other events coming up and a whole community of parents navigating similar things. So thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much, Mandela, for your time. Yes, I see a question. The recording will be shared. It will be emailed. If you RSVP to this, you will get an event recap as well. So did you want to drop your email in the chat just in case
Oh,
anybody has any questions?
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you, Mandela. It was so great.
Thank you.
Bye,
Oh,
everyone.
I just want to say one last thing. Hydration. That also is very key is staying hydrated and water. And a big thing is why soups are really, I'm so sorry, I'm now going back, but I realized I wanted to mention this, but um why soups are really great for you during postpartum is because it is it's easy way to get nutrients fast, but also it helps with hydration. So just soups are really important and they're delicious, but that's an added value there.
No, that's super helpful to know. Thank you. Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.